Well, hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and do not forget to like my video, subscribe so you can see more of my videos. But here today I'm going to be using e.l.f. products. Right now I'm using the skincare, the Super Clarify, a cleanser with clarify niacinamide. Anyways, so yeah, put that all over my face. I get a generous amount, and make sure you wet your face as well. So just rub that for about a minute and a half or so. And once you are done with that, you wet your face and just rinse your face with the water. As you can see, I'm doing that right now. And then, oh, wait a second. Where the fuck did I go? Hello? Anybody there? Okay. Well, oh, there I am. Oh, never mind. Oh, so basically I just went away to go get a rag. And supposedly from what I heard is you're supposed to dry your face, because if you rub it, it causes wrinkles. I don't know, that's supposedly what I heard. And once the face is done, you grab the Super Toner, a toner with brightening fruit acids, and you get a cotton pad, as you can see right there. You can get those at Walmart, Dollar General, Dollar Tree, and you put about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 drops, and rub that all over your face. Try to avoid the eye area, because it just really depends on what the kind of chemicals it contains. It could burn your eyes. Next up is moisturizer. I'm using the Super Hydrate, a moisturizer with hydrating squalane. Don't know what that is, but here it is. It looks more like a gel, and right there I'm feeling it. I'm like, oh, look at that. Anyways, it's kind of like bouncy. So I put that all over my face. Personally, I didn't think it was very hydrating because I have really dry skin, but yeah, this will work. I totally forgot about this product. I think you were supposed to use it after the toner, but this is a super mask, a mask with soothing scintilla acetic. Next, after the skincare, I'm gonna get the Ultra Precise brow pencil, and this is in the shade neutral brown. Before I outline my brows, I like to brush them out and then go in and draw the bottom half of my brow, and then do the top. And then obviously do the same to the other brow. If you're wondering what that is, I know you're not asking, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. That's my birthmark. It is not a bruise, because a bruise is purple, not brown. Yeah, because many people are mistaking it for a bruise. I'm sorry guys, but I actually cheated on this part. So that pomade is actually dried out. So what I use instead is the Salon Perfect pomade, which is in the shade dark brown, which I love a lot. I already hit pan on it. Once I outline the brows with the pencil, I like to fill in the empty spots with the pomade to make it look more bolder. And I'm not going to be mentioning the brushes that I'm using, mainly because I use the same brushes in every of my videos, so I don't want it to be repetitive. After I fill in the brows with the pomade, I'm going to carve out my brows with this HD lifting concealer in the shade Light. So I'm just going to clean up the brows from the bottom and the top of the brow, and I'm going to do the same process to the other eyebrow. And then I'm going to blend out the concealer with this brush. To prep my lids for the eyeshadow, I'm using the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer, and I'm going to blend that out with the same brush that I use for my eyebrows. So today I'll be using the e.l.f. Opposites Attract palette, and to set my concealer, I'm going to get this color Fresh with a fluffy brush and just set it all over my lid. I'm going to get the color Wise with a flat brush to pack it on there. So I'm just going to keep packing it all over the lid. Next, I'm going to get the shade Warm and just pack that above the shade Wise. And then go ahead and go back and pack on the color Wise and then blend out the color Warm. And I'm just going to be going back and forth with this step. Next, I'm going to use the shade Saucy and place that right above the color Warm just to blend out the edges. I will be using this liquid liner in the shade Black and just drawing a thin line and with no wing. And I figured out a technique on how to do my eyeliner. So basically just look down and just draw the line. And before I was just like looking straight at the mirror and then try to do the line, and it's so much harder doing like that. After I do my eyeliner, I curl my eyelashes. There's not any specific eyelash color I use. And also I forgot to include an e.l.f. mascara, so I'm using the Essence one right now. And also I forgot to get lashes from e.l.f. So right now I will be using the Pestañuda by Ale Martinez in the style Pestañita. So when I apply my lashes, I like to use tweezers, and so when I place it, I try to place them on first and then make sure the outer part is glued on and then the inner part, and then I pinch them together to make them look more natural. Next, I'm going to be using the Poreless Putty Primer, and this is a dupe for the Tatcha Silk Canvas, and it's like the e.l.f. one is way cheaper than the Tatcha one because the Tatcha one was like about $40 to $50. So go ahead and buy this one instead because you'll save some money. So I like both of these concealers. The Camo Concealer is more on the thicker side, and the HD Lifting Concealer is more on the like lighter side and creamier. So I like to mix both of them. So basically I place the Camo Concealer first and then the other one below it. To blend out the concealers, I'm using the Total Face Sponge, and this is very affordable, only $5, and you can buy it at Walmart or Ulta or any drugstore. For foundation, I'm using the Flawless Finish foundation, and I'm placing that on the back of my hand, just one pump, and then using my fingers to place it on my face, and then using the same sponge I used for my concealer to blend it out. To set my under eyes, I'm using the Beauty Shield setting powder, and I'm using the same sponge I used to blend out my concealer and my foundation. So normally I put concealer on my nose, the bridge of my nose, and my cupid's bow, my forehead, and my chin on the side and the sides of my mouth. But I forgot to do that, so I'm going to go ahead and do it right now. So I'm using the same sponge I used to blend out my concealer and the foundation, and then set it with the same powder that I used for my under eyes. To bronze the face, I'm using a primer infused bronzer and using a fluffy brush. So normally I bronze my temples and the sides of my cheeks or wherever you place bronzer, and then under my chin to make it look more sharper and make it look like I don't have a double chin. And then I get a smaller brush and just basically contour the side of my nose and then the tip of it to make it look like I have a smaller nose. With a small fluffy brush, I'm just blending out the powder that I baked under my eyes and everywhere else I placed that powder. For blush, I'm using this primer infused blush and just barely tapping the brush into the blush because it is very pigmented and very red. And basically what you do is just smile and just place it on your cheekbones. Next, I'll be using the shimmer highlighting powder. As you can tell, I've already used this. But before I do that, I'm using the Dewy Setting Mist just to intensify the highlighter since it is very sheer. I will be placing the highlighter on the high points of my cheeks and then grabbing a different brush to place the highlighter on the bridge of my nose and the tip of my nose, the inner corners of my eyes, and then my eyebrow bone, and then my cupid's bow. To finish off the eyes, I'm grabbing the shade Wise with a small detailed brush and just placing that on the lower lash. With another brush, I'm getting the shade Warm and placing that below the color Wise. To blend everything out, I'll be going in with the shade Saucy. To set my brows in place, I'm using this Wow Brow, and it's basically like a mascara, but for your eyebrows. For my waterline, I'm using this waterproof gel eyeliner in the shade Black. For my lips, I'm using this lip liner and blending brush, that's what it's called, and I'm just lining my lips. To top it off, I'm using this lip lacquer and just to make my lips look glossy. So this is the final look. Let me know what y'all think. She look cute or she doesn't, or what. Sorry, my eyes look red. I have not been smoking. It just, they get really red when they're really close to a light. But here's a little slow motion moments, and thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe.